As someone who constantly eats food that I leave out, right, chat, okay?
You have 2 coms?
Like, I'll buy like a pizza or like chicken tendies, and then I'll eat like a piece of pizza or one of the tendies, and then I'll leave it out on my counter or on my computer desk for like 8 to 16 hours, and then I'll eat more of it. Because I was like, the texture is better before you put it in the refrigerator, okay? And like, I'm very used to, that's unhealthy, fuck you, buddy. I'm used to just like keeping food under my bed from when I lived at my mom's, right? So like I would just keep food that should be refrigerated, not dairy. You don't fuck with dairy. Okay, I'm not that brave. But like I just keep it in my room. And so my mom and her friends wouldn't eat it. And I was like, yeah, I maybe should put it in the fridge a little sooner. Like it's probably not the best to keep it out that long. But like what's the worst that could happen? Am I right? And then I saw this article last week. 20-year-old dies from fried rice syndrome after eating leftover pasta. And I was like, what the fuck is fried rice syndrome, and how do you get it from eating leftover pasta? For the most part, leftovers are great. They're an easy meal to just heat up and eat, and sometimes they taste even better than when they were originally served. But it turns out leftovers can be very dangerous and even deadly. Unfortunately, that was the case for a 20-year-old student who passed away after eating 5-day-old pasta. His story was described in the Journal of Clinical Microbiology a few years back, but has since resurfaced due to some YouTube videos and Reddit posts. According to the article, every Sunday, the student would make his meals for the entire week, so he wouldn't need to deal with making it on weekdays. Based food prepper. I did the same thing. One Sunday, he cooked up some spaghetti and then put it in Tupperware containers so that days later, he could just add some sauce to it, reheat it, and enjoy. You guys are saying 5 days is crazy. I go as far as 7 days in the fridge, man. When I was buying from the local food prep service, you would pick up your meals for 7 days, 1 day a week. So you would have leftovers in the fridge from like a Wednesday to next Wednesday. 3 days is restaurant standard. I go to 7. You assume it was 5 days unfrigerated? No, it was a refrigerator.
Wow.
However,
what are we going to do?
I thought it was in the refrigerator. However, he didn't store the pasta in the fridge. Rather, he left it out on the counter. After 5 days of the food sitting out at room temperature, he heated some up and ate it. Okay, all right. This is where we differ. Okay. I might leave out some food on the counter for like a day, and then I'll put it in the fridge, right? Because like you gotta put it in the fridge. You gotta do it. 5 days outside of the fridge. You can't do that. Yeah, that's natural selection at this point. Like that, what are you doing? What are you doing, man? Well, he noticed an odd taste to the food. He figured it was just due to the tomato sauce he added to it. Once he finished his serving, he headed out to play some sports with friends, but after 30 minutes, he had to return home because of nausea, abdominal pain, and a headache. Not long after, he was experiencing diarrhea and vomiting, so he drank some water and tried to sleep it off. The next day, he didn't get out of bed for his classes, and so his parents checked in on him, and sadly, he had died. The way this is fucking written! No way! The next day, he didn't get out of bed for his classes. His parents checked in on him. Sadly, he died. It's not funny. It's not funny that he died. It's funny the way they fucking wrote it. Holy shit. Oh my god. Why would you write it like that? Oh my god. Why does the article seem to blame leftovers? That's a question I have too. I thought they were going to be like, oh, he left it outside of the fridge for like a day or two and then ate it and died. And I would have been like, that's crazy. I do that all the time. And I'm not dead. But 5 days? 5 days? You can't just tell me he passed away after 5 days, man. This Zachary Rawling, thank you for the 2. You're fine with 10-day-old fridge pizza, but this, yeah, right? the leftovers didn't force him to eat them. I just like, why? Why would you leave pasta out of the fridge for that long? Couldn't have said, sadly, they discovered that he had passed away. Yeah, it's like, just, why would you write it that way, man? Investigators examined his body and determined that he passed away at around 4 a.m., 10 hours after ingesting the spaghetti. His autopsy showed his liver had shut down and his cause of death was ruled to be liver necrosis. That's terrifying. To discover how it happened, samples of the pasta and the tomato sauce he ate were sent for testing to the National Reference Laboratory for Foodborne Outbreaks. Scientists there uncovered significant amounts of bacteria called Bacillus cereus in the food. In most cases, the bacteria only causes diarrhea and vomiting, but, like in this student's case, there are extreme instances where it can affect the liver and lead to the organ's failure. The bacteria is best known for causing a type of food poisoning called fried rice syndrome, since rice is sometimes cooked and left to cool at room temperature for a few hours. During that time, the bacteria can contaminate and grow. B. cereus is especially dangerous because it produces a toxin in rice and other starchy foods that is heat resistant and may not die when the food it infects is cooked. B. cereus is scarily common as well. Previously, an entire family got sick from it after eating 8-day-old pasta salad at a picnic.
Your boyfriend lets you have 2 cums?
Why would you bring 8-day-old pasta salad to a fucking picnic? What are human beings in current year? Necrosis in 1 day? Necrosis in 10 hours, my guy. Like, that is rapid onset necrosis. That is insane. What the hell? Because you hate everyone there poor? If you're poor, you're not going on like a nice little picnic in the park, typically. You once ate some 2-day-old pecan pie left out. Apart from the nuclear vomiting, the internal damage crossed into your urethra. What? Necrosis speedrun any percent. It's scary, dude. It only took 10 hours. The food was left at room temperature for 5 days. But it only took 10 hours from him eating it to him getting necrosis of the liver and dying. This tastes funny. Did the food digest him at that speed? Oh my god. Get food poisoning after 3-day-old shrimps you kept in your car? How is Kirsche still alive after 7-day crack risotto? I keep it in the fridge. The food fought back. Jesus Christ. Like, that's scary, because, like, I eat stuff at room temperature all the time, man. The bacteria buildup may have occurred the 3rd day, and you're continuously eating it. I mean, that's a possibility, right? If he's, like, continuously eating it every day. 5 minutes into snacking when someone says, "You've had enough salad." No. To prevent the bacteria from making you ill, just be sure that any starchy food you consume has not been capped at room temperature for an extended period of time. When in doubt, you can try to cook it at a high temperature and attempt to kill off any bacteria, but your best bet is to just not eat it. And that's interesting as well that it's from starchy foods, because the number one food that people get food poisoning from are potatoes. Potatoes actually don't last as long in the fridge as you think they would. You shouldn't keep potatoes beyond maybe like 3 days maximum. French fries are a different story because they've been fried, but like potato itself, you can't really tell when a potato has gone bad when it's in the fridge. So they might taste very normal and they might look very normal, but they could fuck your ass up. Bruce Salbovaro, thank you for the 10. Bro lost to a bowl of rice. His KD is in shan. He didn't eat the rice. He ate the pasta. Like cooked potatoes. I'm talking cooked potato. Like you've taken a potato, you've baked it in the oven, and then you put it in the fridge. Show me potato salad. Yeah, potato's literally the number one cause of food poisoning. I was stunned when I learned that. That makes sense. Pasta's just Italian rice. What the hell? If it's growing tentacles, don't eat it. Well, that's for an uncooked potato. Cooked potato typically don't grow the eyes, as it were. Show me potato salad. I don't like potato salad, chat. I'm not a potato salad admirer. But I wanted to talk about that article since I eat tons of room temp food. I feel like my insides should be studied